South, can y'all really feel me? Feel us. East Coast, feel me. Feel us. West Coast, feel me. Say what? Dirty South, here we go. Can y'all really feel me? Baby girl. East Coast, feel me. West Coast, feel me. Can you feel us? Dirty South, dirty. Can y'all really feel me? Feel it. East Coast, feel me. Say what?
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mercedes Michelle. If you are new here, welcome to the channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to do a let's talk type of video. If you guys are a regular on this channel, you know that I like to sit down and talk to you guys from time to time. So in this particular video, I am going to be talking about single motherhood and why you should not become a single mother and why you should wait until marriage. As a single mom myself, I feel like I needed to touch on this subject because I talk about single motherhood on this channel a lot. I give advice, I give tips, tricks on how to maneuver through this journey called life as a single mom. And I know that I don't make it look easy because I share the highs, I share the lows, the ups, the downs, all of the above. But as women, we sometimes tend to be resilient and we think we can do it all. And I don't have any doubt in my mind that we cannot. But I do feel strongly that a lot of things we should not have to do, not alone. And single motherhood is one of those things that I just do not agree with. I do not feel like you should parent alone. I do strongly feel like it takes two people to come together and build a strong foundation for our children to grow and be their best selves. But I can say that if I knew then what I know now, I would not have become a single mom. I would not have birthed a child for a man that I was not married to. I would not have risked my life from my health to my entire existence on this earth, because everything changes when you become a parent. Nothing stays the same. I don't care what anyone tells you. I don't care if they tell you you're still able to live your life, you're still able to do whatever you so please. That may be true, but you're going to have some obstacles and some barriers that may have not been there if you were not a parent and if you were not a single parent. So listen, I will be the first to admit, I come on here and I tell you guys, if I can do it, you can do it. If I'm capable of doing it as a single mom, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Yes, it is possible, but you should not have to do it. And that is the big issue, because we see so many single moms today, so many single parents in general today, and we think, oh, that's the norm. If they're doing it, someone's did it before me, I can do it too. It's too easy to walk away from a two-parent situation, and it's so easy to fall into the trap of a single parent situation. That should not be our reality. We should not be allowing our children to go through this cycle of single parenthood. And I know there are certain circumstances where you don't really have much of a choice. You're going through whatever it is, maybe physical, mental abuse. The other parent just may not be capable of being a parent. I understand. I get those scenarios. But this is when we have to take accountability and we have to look at the way we date people today. Are we dating with the purpose of being married? Are we just dating to date? No strings attached, not thinking about our future, not wondering if this person's going to be a good parent or not ignoring the red flags that we tend to ignore when we're in love or lust. Yes, all of that plays a role in the person you end up parenting with. It really does. And we think that we have no control over being a single parent, which we play the biggest role in becoming a single parent, because we end up in these relationships that we know would not have lasted any longer if we would have not fallen pregnant or gotten someone pregnant. We would have been out. But now that we have a child, coming into this world, we might as well stick it out a little longer, even though it was toxic before then. We should have left a little sooner. It happens. I know. I've seen it. I've lived it. So now, how do we take accountability and say, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that single parent. I don't want to be bringing a kid into this world if I can't give them the best of the best. In a two-parent household is the best of the best. Can a single parent on their own? Yes, they can. But is it the best that you have to offer your child? It's not. And I'm saying that as a single parent. The important things, the stability, the feeling of knowing, oh, if mom can't help me right now, I know dad can. If dad can't help me right now, I know mom can, because they have those two to lean on. Two is better than one, except if you're having kids. That's a different story. But I say all of that to say this. In no way, shape, or form am I pushing marriage on anyone. I'm not saying that if you get married, you won't be a single parent. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that we tend to put more effort and energy into who we marry than we do into who we have a child with. That should not be the case. It should be the same. If you don't see yourself marrying this person, why are you even having a kid? Why are you even laying down with this person to possibly produce a kid? Doesn't make sense, but we do it. We do it for pleasure, something to do. Maybe you're bored, I don't know. But we allow those things. Because you're bored, you wouldn't go and get married to a person that you have no future with. Because you're looking for something to do, you wouldn't go out and marry somebody just because it's something to do. So why would you do that with someone and have a kid with them? Does that make sense? It doesn't. We put so much emphasis on marriage and so little on who we produce children with. And that has to stop. It does, because it's getting crazy out here. We want our kids to be successful. We want to put our kids in the position to be successful. Why aren't we giving our children the best possible outcome there is? Why aren't we putting in the work to ensure that they have the best possible outcome there is? We should be putting in that work before our kids are even thought of. That is getting education, starting our careers, and finding the right person to measure up to, have that child with. Not just anybody. Not just a one night stand and you produce a kid. Not just because somebody has money, but they have no morals. They have no respect for you. They don't look at you in that light. Why would you open your womb to somebody who would not even make you a wife? Why don't we put the same emphasis we put on marriage onto birthing someone's child? You are literally putting your life on the line through an entire pregnancy, a whole 9 months. Any complications can happen. You put your mental health at risk. You put your body at risk. You lay on the table and you deliver a child for a man who could care less about you and that child sometimes. We have to do better. We have to see the importance of motherhood. Yes, we may all want it. Growing up, a lot of little girls dream of being moms. We play with baby dolls from the time we can understand what a baby doll is. I get it. We don't look at motherhood as a burden because we just have that motherly nature within us. I understand. To us, babies are blessings. We are raised to be mothers sometimes. We really are. We desire being a mother, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we should desire to be a wife as well. And if we did desire to be a wife, we would desire to have a great husband. We would desire to have a man that is a wonderful father before we desire something, a man just to do, a man just to lay with, a man to just have fun with. If we prioritize the important things in life, we would be so further. We would be so further in life. Many of us at a young age are not taught about what to look for in a man. We're not taught what values our husbands should have. Honestly, I can never remember a conversation about marriage as a child. I do vividly remember little sayings like, don't worry about boys, stay in your books, get your education, you don't need a boyfriend, don't bring home a baby, you bet not get pregnant. I've always heard these negative responses in regards to dating or relationships. I never really heard anything positive about, finding a good man, finding a husband. Anytime that was brought up to me as a child or a teen, it was always in a negative light, never positive. Why do we speak about something that is so natural, that is bound to happen, in such a negative way? Why are we doing that? You shouldn't be telling your kids, don't come home pregnant. Okay, why not? If you're going to use that, why not? Explain to them. But try to change it up, because what we've been doing obviously is not working, because you can say it until you're blue in the face and then your 16-year-old comes home pregnant. Because you're not sitting there and taking the time out to really speak to your children and explain to them that, yes, this is nature. It's bound to happen. But there's a couple of steps you need to take before you get there. There's a couple of things you need to work on and get through before you get to that position. But when you get there, here's a few tips. Here's a few things you should look for. We're not given that. We're not awarded that. I wasn't. Some people may be. Some people who get it right may be. But me, no. The marriages around me were not healthy. I cannot tell you one marriage that was healthy. I watched abuse. I watched cheating, lying. I watched unhappiness. So listen, I'm not this big time advocate. Oh, you must be married. You gotta get married. If you're not married, you're a sinner. I'm not that person, but I do understand that marriage is good. Marriage is not bad. It's not bad. What's bad about having two people who love each other come together, create something beautiful? What's bad about that? If you do it wrong, yes. If you do it for the wrong reason, yes. But if your heart is pure, your mind is right, and you're in it for the right reason, what's bad about that? You're awarding your children the opportunity to have two parents in the same house who love each other, who are happy, who are raising them to be the most successful that they can be, who can be their best selves. What's bad about that? Why do we glorify baby mama, baby daddy culture? Why is that glorified? Because we're not really speaking to our children. We're not really communicating with them. We're just telling them, don't do this, don't do that. Sit down and explain to them why they shouldn't right now, or when they should. This is what you should do. We're not giving them real life advice. And that's why it goes in one ear and out the other, because we sugarcoat a lot of stuff with our children. We say, oh, we keep it real with them. We tell them, we talk to them. No, you don't. You just tell them what not to do because you don't want them to do it. You're not telling them how it can benefit them if they do choose to wait, how their life could be better. You're just telling them what you were told. So I can't blame you. But we know that cycle is not working. So why do we continue to repeat it? We have to do better. We have to do better. I myself have to do better, because guess what? I have a daughter in this world now. I can't give her the same little talks that I was given, because it didn't get me anywhere, so it's not going to get her anywhere. And people are going to sit here and tell me, I know, in the comments, marriage is not a guarantee. You can still get married and do it right and still become a single parent. I know that. I know. I know it. You don't have to tell me. I know that. But if you know marriage is not guaranteed, you sure are going to try your best to get it right the first time. You're not just going to marry any and everybody. Some people do. Don't get me wrong. Some people do. But you're going to know that you tried your best to get it right. And that in itself is going to put you in a better position than someone who is just freely out here dating, sleeping around, and getting pregnant by any and everyone, or getting any and everyone pregnant. We have so many issues in regards to the baby mama, baby daddy culture, and it's like, we got to change it. We sit here and go back and forth. We debate about child support. We debate about absent fathers. We debate about deadbeat dads. We debate about single moms and government assistance, and they don't really take care of their kids, or they have any and everyone around their kids. We debate about all that, but guess what? We can solve that. We can solve that by keeping the family together, making better choices. It sounds simple, right? But yet we want to take the hard way. We want to go through the obstacles. We want to go through the hardships. We want to go through the trauma. Trauma excites us. And I'm not saying you're not going to go through anything if you have a two-parent household and if you choose to get married, because you're going to have your own battles. You're going to have your own obstacles. But you're going to have two people trying to get through those together instead of a single mom trying to raise a kid, trying to do right, and go through all of the mental trauma while doing it. You think that kid's going to turn out better than that kid that had that two-parent household that were working together to solve the problem? Not those working apart, not those drama-filled marriages where you're just staying together for the kids. Not that. But a really successful, happy marriage. It's going to be better than a single parent trying to raise a child. It's the reality. Statistics have proven it over and over again, and if we continue to ignore reality, we're not going to get any further. This is coming from a single mom. I've learned I've learned from my mistakes. I've listened, I've observed, I get it, and I am speaking to those women who do not have kids, who are not single moms. Don't do it to yourself. It is not easy. I don't care how easy we may make it look. I don't care what anyone tells you. It's not easy. Is it doable? Absolutely. There's many people out here doing it. But do you have to do it? No, you can do it right. You can get it right. Or you can try to get it right. At least try. Some of us, we ain't even try. We have to teach marriage more so than pregnancy and single parenthood. We have to start pushing marriages onto our children. We have to. We have to equip them with the necessary advice to choose marriage over the baby mama, baby daddy culture. Do you want your kids to be single parents? Do you want your kids to fall victim to that system? I don't. I don't. I don't want my son or my daughter to be a single parent. I don't want my son to be a deadbeat dad. I don't want my daughter to be a deadbeat mom. I don't want her to be a single mom. So when do we get it through our heads that what we've been doing is not working? How we've been talking to these kids is not working? It's not working because the cycle continues to repeat itself. It continues to repeat itself. I honestly feel like if we started to choose men solely on marriage, like if I can't see myself marrying you, I'm not even going to deal with you. If we put marriage in the forefront, I really believe we could stop a lot of this single motherhood. I really feel like if women knew the power that they have and they used it to their advantage by vetting these men, the moment you see a red flag, the moment you know that this man is not capable of being your husband, you leave it be. we would be in better positions. The men would have no choice but to step up or get left behind. You know, women have a lot more power than they believe. They really do. You create life. Without you, there would be no more life. God gave you the power to create and bear his children to fulfill this earth. Yes, it does take a man to do so. So it also takes men and women to raise these children. Not a single mom, not a single dad, but two people working together to ensure that their children have the best life, that they equip their children with the best of the best. So my advice to any young woman out there from a single mom, do not fall victim to these statistics. Do not become a single mom. Become a woman who knows that she is worthy of being a wife before a baby mama. Hold that up. Hold it to its highest honor. And this is not to bash or put down single moms, because you guys are resilient. You were dealt the cards you were dealt with. You took it, you shuffled it, and you did what you needed to do. You stepped up and you kept going. And I will always commend you because I know how hard it is. But if I can encourage other young women to not fall victim to this, I'm going to do so. I'm telling you, as your big sister, don't do it to yourself. You have so much more to life. There's so much more to life than being a mom. To be honest, you have so much life. Figure out your career, go to school, work, find a good man, find your husband. It's nothing wrong with that. And when I say find him, I'm not saying go hunting for him, but be open to finding a man that you want to be your husband, not a man you just want to text and play with. Know the difference, because there is a difference. You deserve the best of the best. You deserve the best life, and don't sell yourself short. But that's all I have for today, you guys. That's what I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a little all over the place. When I'm passionate about something, y'all, I just start and I don't know when to stop. But I hope you guys share this advice to someone, a young woman. Let them know that there's so much more to life. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you comment, you share this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one.